Hey, Clark Brown, Restoration Advisors, wanted to make a short video on a very good topic, real high level, very basic, but I wanted to spawn and start other conversation within your own company. So take this video, use it for your own needs, and expand upon it in your next meeting. Be back right after this. Hey, welcome back. Clark Brown here again with Restoration Advisors. Was having a call yesterday with a client, and this client has a lot of new team members, new technicians, had some turnover of recent because of COVID-19 and things like that. So some unemployment, trying to rebuild a team. And this company really thrives on white glove service and excelling at the quality of work they do. And in terms of mold remediation right now, the general manager and I were talking, and she doesn't feel like the team is really capturing the real idea of the detail that's going to be required. So today I want to talk about the detail in mold remediation for structural, buildings. It's not the same as water damage or even fire. It's close to fire. But I want to talk about mold remediation. I want to talk about to you as the leader and then you as the technicians, because I'm hoping that this video gets shared with a whole team and possibly a staff meeting or a morning huddle up or something like that. I keep it real easy. Certainly would love to hear from you if you would like to talk more about this on a one-on-one basis and break it down. But mold remediation is extremely important work, and I think you probably know that if you're watching this and you're working with the company. But mold spores are extremely small and hard to find, and there's also a lot of subjectivity to that. So if you think, and I may be repeating things that you already know, but you can have thousands of mold spores on a thumbnail. I've always been told that. Thousands of thumbnails or thousands of mold spores can be present on the end of this pin or on this fabric little case I have here, okay? Now, in your mold remediation protocol, you're going to have some categories of things that and you need to approach all of your projects this way. What are we throwing away and what are we cleaning in place and otherwise? Okay, so mold remediation, in principle, the way to properly mold remediate is source removal, okay? If something has microbial growth on it, and it is what we call porous, again, if we're gonna use this fabric-y things, now this is a hard case covered with some fabric. Probably would air, if this has got mold growing on top of it and I can see it, this is probably going to be a throwaway. I know it has value to it, but you're going to want to inventory these kinds of things and throw them away. They're probably not worth the time it's going to take to clean for you to be able to ensure that this is healthy enough for a family member to hold again, or maybe a child or another infirm or a sick person that may visit again. So this would probably go on the side of throwing away. But meanwhile, something like this pin or this coffee mug or the drywall here, okay? Drywall's another area. And I'm talking about what right now to keep and what's to clean before we even talk about the cleaning. Drywall, if it's impacted with microbial growth, it's to be cut out and removed, okay? Now, I would say you would HEPA it first if it was a lot of topical, because you want to minimize the airborne disruption that you create, but that drywall is going to go. But you've got wood studs behind it. You may have wood sheething inside the wall that's part of my exterior submembrane. You may have wooden subfloor beneath the carpet. Carpet would come out. Tile flooring, depends on a lot of things. So you need to identify with your team what in this project, this is your pre-planning, what's removed and what's to be cleaned. Once you have removed material that has been impacted by mold, okay, and what you're left with would be materials and services and contents that are not visibly impacted, maybe high up in a closet or in a box, or other, they need to be cleaned, okay? And there may be some wall surfaces you may not have only cut to 4 feet, 2 feet. And there may only be topical mold, potentially mold spores there. You can't see them with the naked eye. If you can, we're probably going to want to remove them. But if you just can't see anything, we need to start a very detailed cleaning, okay? And this is where simply many people fall short of doing the right thing. And I think I want to talk to the estimators of my audience for a moment. I believe in my heart that we often severely undersell. If you're bidding a job, you're not putting enough hours in for cleaning for a successful remediation. You're worried about the budget, or you're worried about an adjuster, or maybe even the customer's wallet. But you're not doing a good service if you do not allow enough hours or enough time for the contents to be properly cleaned after remediation. Demolition is rather simple and rather fast. Cutting out drywall, removing carpet, even in a controlled manner, goes relatively fast. It's when we get to the cleaning processes where the brakes get pumped on and time starts to crawl. You need to compensate for that. Why? Because you need to budget for that in your numbers, because to do the job properly, especially if you're going to get a PRV, which is a post-remediation valuation, or some people call it a clearance test, which we recommend as often as you can, you're going to want to know that you get this done cleanly and right, and it will pass a clearance test. And the first time, you don't want to fail the first time and then re-clean, because you often can't go back and recollect money the second time. So do it right on the front end. Now, if you bill T&M over budget, and then the actual time that you bill for, you might end up coming in under and you save the customer some number. But get really good. I want the estimators to really get good. Work with your best team members and say, how many hours for you to really do a great remediation on this job? And it's usually a lot more than what you're imagining beginning, because you've got your PPE, you've got a series of HEPA vacuuming, you've got to have sometimes sanding with an orbital sander or some kind of sanding, you're going to have wire brushing at times, you're going to have wet wiping and sometimes re-cleaning, you're going to run air scrubbers for a few times. Some people use the HEPA sandwich format. We can talk more about that in another video. HEPA sandwich is an incredible way, probably the way I prefer to have cleaned a job. But there are steps and processes, and sometimes you're doing these things 2, 3, and 4 times to ensure efficiency, to ensure that you're doing things the right way. Because we're dealing with people's belongings, we're dealing with people's health, and we're dealing with a promise that we made that we would be the professional that they hired. So this video, I want to do nothing more than to send a message to the teams, to the technicians, to the staff. Dig in for the long haul. You're probably not cleaning long enough. If you go to a 2-bedroom house and you've got a pretty good size mold remediation, that's not a half a day job. Depending on how many people you have, if you've got 3 to 4 people in a 2-bedroom place, that could be 2 full days of cleaning. And that means you do it the first day, you use it. I love the idea of brand new leaf blowers, electric leaf blowers. Go have your scrubbers running, clean up really well. Go back the second day and clean again. Is it overkill? Who knows? You can't see the work you did, so you can't say for sure. But I'd rather get it right the first time than have to fail and wait and start over and do it all over again, and possibly on the company's dime where we're losing money. That's not how we as technicians, we as employees, build a company up so that we can have a bigger future and make more money. What the company makes on budget directly affects our income and our raises and our value to the company. So let's do it right the first time. Technician, let's help our estimators by telling them we need more time cleaning. Estimators, I want you to say, I'm budgeting more time, and tell the team, I budgeted for 2 days of cleaning. I want you to slow down. I want you to HEPA every corner. Show them. I want someone showing the example. But my recap on this video is you're probably not spending enough time. And I have seen thousands of mold remediation projects, the success and the failures, and generally falls into success is followed by critical detail cleaning, going the extra mile, doing more. Mold is so small, it will show up on an air test and you think you've gotten it on top of surfaces, on door trims, pull off light sockets or seal them up and tape them out, window seals. It's everywhere. We're talking about, think of the surgical room. That's how you do a mold remediation every single time. The good news is, and here's a little secret, most of you are paid by the hour. So won't you make more money by working longer and doing it right, doing it all the way through? Take the full 2 days. Take the full 4 days if it's large enough. You're paid by the hour. That it is actually not financially beneficial for you to speed through and get to the next thing. Now, if you're getting pressure from the office to get to the next job, this is where I think a conversation needs to be had, where you all set the expectation of this project is going, this was pretty severe mold, and I will be out here 2 full days. Okay? So these things matter. I want you to take really, really serious. I want the team to hold each other accountable, and whoever the best person is, and then start looking at the results. Whoever's the best mold remediation tech, and what makes the best person, who's passing their clearances on the first pass every single time, that is who needs to become the trainer. And everyone needs to listen to that. Everyone needs to thrive for that success level. Good is not good enough. Mediocre is not good enough. Excellent is what's going to build your company, your brand, make that phone ring, bring the referrals in, and overwhelm your company with volume. And they're going to need more project managers, more estimators. And that might just be you. If you are in a position, you're going to elevate that. You're going to grow with the company, and you're going to have contributed to that growth. So you're going to be an automatic benefactor of that. So I hope this video really helped. I hope it made sense. And maybe later we'll do a video hands-on. There's a lot of training out there. Reeds TV is a fantastic source. They have some mold remediation segments. But let's talk about this in our next meeting. Are we spending enough time, and are we breezing through these things too fast? This is serious work, and it takes serious commitment. And this is one area I think that we all as an industry could do a whole lot better. Thanks for watching today. Subscribe to my channel. I think more of these technical videos might be something that we start working on a little bit more. Again, high level. I'm not digging into it. I'm not on a job site. But maybe we start doing some of those in the future. If you, watching this before I leave, would like to have someone film your next remote remediation, show us an example of the detail in which you show your own team, even if you don't show anybody else. Film yourself. Whoever is doing the best job at mold remediation at your company, everyone has an iPhone. Grab a GoPro, grab a camera, and film that. Let that be your company's internal training of this is the level at which we clean every time. This job requires 2 cleanings, 3 cleanings, a HEPA, a wipe, a scrub, a re-HEPA, a wipe a second time. We're throwing these things away and we're keeping them. We always try to keep this, but we always fail the test, so we're not throwing these away. How do we clean the equipment that's inside the room? Clean the equipment. Take the filters out. New filters. Detail clean your equipment that's inside the chamber, because that's going to affect your air test. Do these things, your success level will go way up. Your company's expertise and how you're viewed in your community and your market will continue to build off that consistency, and you'll have been a part of that. And I have no reason to believe that you will not grow with the company and start to achieve higher levels of earnings and meeting your goals, and your dreams might start coming true. But it starts with details. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and go out there and just show this industry how it's done. Take care.